1:20 in the morning here in the UK. I'm sat in bed with the mic and we're streaming from mobile because it's where the SMP is. Now, assuming this is going to be turned into a YouTube video or a VOD, hey, welcome back to the Solar SMP, I guess episode 2. We're basically going to be doing these monthly. It's basically just going to be updates every now and then, and there will be basically massive steps forward going through each one. And that's basically how it's going to work for 2025, and I may pick it up a bit in 2026 or in the summer. It all just depends on how this goes, and I'm really excited to kind of show you how far we've gotten with everything so far. So if we, of course, hop on. By the way, I hope you like my little cat face add-on. No, I'm not a furry, but to be honest, I don't have anything against them. I honestly just don't have anything wrong with that. I think people should just be a lot more accepting, to be honest. But the world isn't like that, to be honest. It's just a whole lot of fuckery, unfortunately. And obviously it's not just for furries. There's fuckery for a lot of different communities as well. Hope I am actually making noise to you guys, and I'm not just talking to myself though, because that would be awful. Hope I am actually making noise to you guys, and I'm not just talking. Yes, so the reason I am talking a bit quieter, as I mentioned, it's currently 1:20 in the morning here in Britain, southeast UK, and everybody else is pretty much asleep. So I've just got to keep it a bit minimal, because the closest person bedroom that is sleeping, they're pretty much just up a set of stairs. So we're going to be talking a bit quieter. But basically what I want to do today, I guess you could say today, is I basically just want to go around and give you guys a bit of the tour of the base of how everything's going so far, just all the functionalities that I've got going, and of course we're going to go ahead and actually do some work on here as well. What I'm actually going to do just this evening is go ahead and re-terraform my shovels on fix. I'm going to go ahead and re-terraform my melon and pumpkin farm, because I just want to make it a full island expanse, and also it needs to be completely flat. It just means it'll be a lot easier to farm. But yeah, I guess I'll go give you guys a tour first, and we can hop around and do some stuff. If I just lower the mic a bit, it should be a bit easier to hear me. I have got it on quite high volume. I've also got a bit of a weird setup. So I've got one of those like gorilla tripods. Well, not gorilla tripods. One of those like octopus tripods that are quite sort of grippy, but they have bendable legs. And I've basically got a lapel mic clipped to the attachment. You put your phone in on that. That's leaning over my phone, which has got the stream on it, and I'm using a next-gen controller connected to my phone to control everything. So in the setup, everybody has a bit of a different one. This is basically just the SMP stuff, and also anything that I do mobile. Obviously I'm doing IRL stuff now and then. And also I mentioned earlier on stream, if you caught me there, by the way, yes, I streamed earlier today. Well, yesterday in the morning, around like... no, it wasn't in the morning, it was like around 2 o'clock. Did a 30-minute stream just gathering some wood for Shadowcraft, by the way, which is coming out soon, episode 76. Should be awesome. We just pop out here real quick. I can actually give you... I won't go off the property because there's some stuff out there that obviously we don't need to go visit. Actually, no, we will go visit it because you haven't seen it yet. So the last thing you guys will have really seen is the, of course, the boat that I built last time, right? Something happened with the stream? I'm just managing it from my thing here. Yeah, so the very last thing that you guys would have seen last time when I came on the SMP, obviously, was the boat that I built, and that little tugboat is actually in fact now done. And after I finished it, I came over here, put all this down, and then started building this house here, which some of you may have seen I actually put on Instagram and stuff because I'm getting back into building, and the SMP is going to be the herald for that. This is the space where I really want to improve my building, which I can then translate over to Shadowcraft and things like that. So if we pop down over this way just here, don't really have to use the path, it's just there for decoration because I'm going to make this a lot more beautiful, especially with the sand, and get some variation blocks and stuff going. But if we just hop up here, this horse is actually elite as well because it can jump, I think, a maximum of like 3 to 4 blocks, maybe even 3.5. It's not the speediest, but it is pretty good, so I can get away from mobs basically. But yeah, it's quite a lot of scenic route. We go through not a flower meadow, just like along the coast, past some woodland where I can grab some wood. There's a little ravine down there. I've been down there a couple of times to grab some stuff. There's actually a massive cave right underneath the windmill that leads into like a deep slate cave where I've got a lot of the diamonds from for my diamond stuff. And yeah, we got like villages and farms going as well. But this is the other bit I wanted to show you. So this has all been built by me, but someone has actually been here in the past to do things as well. And the reason I can tell that is there are just certain bits here and there that have been altered. Now this is a barn that some of you may recognise from Shadowcraft if you've watched the series, which, well, this will go up on YouTube anyway. But for anyone who hasn't seen the YouTube series Shadowcraft, which is a survival series that I'm running, basically, this is a barn I did a tutorial for, and it's still up on YouTube, by the way. If you want to check out, it's linked in this Twitch account. I made a build tutorial for this barn back when I did building quite a bit, and I built this off like a concept image that I tweaked a little bit myself just to fit the world. And I still used it to this day to actually just build barns in worlds because it is pretty damn fun, pretty damn easy as well. But yeah, we're just building it here. I basically just need to add this second bit along here and then just the roof. And unlike the Shadowcraft one, I'm actually going to decorate the inside because this is going to come like a full-fledged part of the base. The windmill area is kind of like a starting passive area where I have all my manual farms. It's going to become a lot more sort of cottagey and more for looks. Right now it's just where I got my villages and everything, and actually where the trading hall is going to be, and that's going to be kind of the main central focus point. This, however, just right now is my sheep and cow manual farm, but eventually what I'm planning to do is basically dig out a massive hole all the way down to bedrock underneath here, and basically go and put all my automatic farms underneath there, maybe just a couple of bits, and then have all my storage up here, and then like beds and enchanting all up in like the roof section up there, while obviously having villages over that direction, the sort of cottage area with all this decorum. And then eventually I'm going to build out somewhere else, just expand somewhere, probably off to one of the other islands over there. And what I'm going to do is just put all my hostile mob farms and all of that stuff over there. So I'm actually categorizing stuff in terms of its kind of, well, category. So whether that be auto farms, passive farms, and kind of just like trading and the... You can kind of see the vision here, to be honest. Yeah, if we pop back over this way, there should be a fence along here somewhere. And we can hook our horse up near where the original trading hall was going to be. But ain't anymore. And tell you what, if I got a campfire... Oh, I have as well. Right, we can grab this bee nest while we're here, actually, because I'm building a bee farm currently. And I just need a couple more naturally spawning bees. Oh yeah, by the way, quick tip for anyone who wants naturally spawning bees. If you place an oak sapling or a birch sapling next to any type of flower, I think it has to be a single tall one. So it could be a poppy, it could be a the blue one, I don't actually know what they're called, like the oxide daisies or whatever. If you place one of them next to an oak sapling or a birch sapling and then wait for it to grow or grow it with bone meal, there's like a 1 in 20% chance that you will actually get a natural bee nest spawn on it, which is how you get natural bees without the use of spawn eggs, so you don't actually have to cheat the game. And there's certain other things for that for like other mobs as well, So these tips are actually really useful in both hardcore and just general survival Minecraft. Anyway, yeah, so this is kind of like the original place where I was going to have the trading hall. But it's kind of just become this sort of mini communal space where I put my boats now. Because what we can do is if we turn this around, we can actually head right back to the very first thing I ever built on this world. Just out here in the sea, you can kind of see it here. I'd actually post an image of this on the stories and I'll show you in a bit. It was quite a beautiful image. But we finally got this thing done. And again, this isn't a Minecraft build that's been built before. It's actually from a concept art reference image, which is a lot smoother and not blocky at all. And I've basically just gone and been like, you know what, I could maybe make some shapes here, make some shapes there. And I've been able to do this thing. And what I'm starting to realise is since I've been doing uni and we've been studying shape for animation and character design, it's actually affecting my Minecraft play in so many good ways. Building being one of the absolutes, and especially coming with that is colour theory. So I didn't really have access to many sort of supreme blocks, I guess. So I can just use what I had, which is the birch, contrasts nice with the grey. They're very sort of light colours, but you've also got the duller grey. The oak works well with the stripped birch, and then obviously you've got the diorite, which works quite well. The glass instead of what would be iron bars, because I didn't have iron at the time, and it also just kind of adds a bit of like a brighter colour to the rest of the grey here. And I actually like using cobble on the bottom here because it gives a bit of texture to the build. And then these I just kept as like panels around the edge. Well, for like panels, but a depth on the glass, and then we've obviously got the trapdoors here on the side, which actually serve as a functionality because they allow me to get up onto the boat, which is where my first bed was. There's nothing really on because I moved it all over to this other storage place over here. So if we head back over, if I can remember which direction it is. It's not that way, is it? It's over here, yeah. It's quite easy to get lost in the rain, so I do just have to remember the coordinates every now and then. It's, where is it? Is it? Yeah, it's just over here, isn't it? Yeah, because that's the other cove there. I need to get on horseback, yeah. There's another boat there where I've been over a couple of times. So we pop back, oh, it's stopped raining now, yay! If we pop back through here, we can basically just jump out and then go get our horse, who should still be here. If he's not, I'd be quite concerned. There he is. And then, as I said, this guy can jump like quite a lot of blocks. So it's not such a problem, and he's fast enough to get away from mobs. Obviously, there's more stuff that way, which we're going to expand onto at some point, possibly with hostile mobs. This is our original sugarcane farm, original wheat farm, which obviously has been translated over to where the windmill is now. Original pumpkin farm over that way, and there's actually a village over there, which is where I got some villagers from for the trading hall as well. So if we just head back along this way, this is a beetroot farm that has been going for a while. Haven't actually been in these chunks for ages, so these haven't grown at all since I planted them after I built the tugboat. But basically what I'm planning to do is when I come back to the barn, because this will be in loaded chunks, is just expand this like the wheat basically all around a certain area and just have like these massive sort of farming medieval fields with decor, like fence separators, some hedges, some trees in the way. Just make it look like really Lord of the Rings-esque and sort of fantasy farmland. If you can kind of like picture what I'm getting across. This is still where I get wool from, and I'm going to use these guys basically to get beds for the nether. I've also been using them to farm wool for beds for villagers as well. These are my main source of leather right now in terms of books and stuff like that, although you can actually get books from librarian villagers, so I haven't actually been killing these guys. But if I do need like a large amount of leather for other things such as item frames, this is where I'll come, or wool for like paintings or things like that. Anyway, we should be heading back home right now because Oh, there's another bee thing. Tell you what, I'll just grab this while I'm here. I don't really mind travelling in the dark, because as I said, my horse is fast enough to get away. If I just come down here, we can go ahead and pop the campfire just under here, like this. And if you're breaking bee nests with a silk touch pickaxe, it has to be a silk touch or pickaxe. If you're breaking a bee nest with a silk touch tool, then it's important that you put a campfire underneath, otherwise you're going to have some problems because the bees are going to sting you and they attack with poison. However, something quite odd, if you make beehives, which you do with 3 honeycomb and 6 wooden planks of any wood variant, you don't actually need to put a campfire underneath to go ahead and break them, but you do need to for collection of honeycomb. So yeah, a little handy tip for anyone who's playing on hardcore or survival. I'm actually thinking about doing like I know Pixel Riffs did like a Minecraft survival guide back in the day, and he does one I think every year now, unless he's stopped doing them. But he never really did one for Bedrock, and I found out that, well, when he did his first Minecraft survival guide, that was around the time I found out that Java and Bedrock are 2 separate versions. Because obviously the redstone works slightly differently, and Bedrock has something where you can move tile entities, which is basically where you can move pistons and where you can move hoppers and furnaces and chests and stuff like that with pistons, which I believe is something you cannot do in Java. But what they're actually doing with Minecraft right now is they're closing the barrier between Minecraft and Java. And my thoughts, I don't know if this is definitely true, this is just a working theory of mine and a couple other people's, is that they're eventually going to merge Java and Bedrock into one game and just bring everything back together. Because Bedrock has now got hardcore, it's got spectator mode. Those 2 were originally just versions that you could only get on Java edition. So yeah, there's a couple of features here and there which are still different, but they're kind of closing the gap between them, which is kind of cool to see. So if we go over here real quick, we can actually go place these down. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and break these kind of bees in them. And this one as well. If I go ahead and just chuck that one there, because that should actually have bees in it, we can go ahead and harvest this real quick. There we go. And then if we go grab this one just here like this as well, we can go ahead and break this one because there's no bees in it. And then we can go ahead and chuck that just there. And as you can see, the bees are already enjoying their lovely little new habitat. And just chuck one of them there. And again, these guys don't need campfires underneath them because they're not actual bee things. And basically, as you can see, what happens here is I basically just grab some more flowers, which I've bone milled outside. If I just grab a second one of the same kind, what I can do is just go ahead and basically lead these guys to me, and breed them. They make more bees, and I believe a beehive can store up to 3 bees. I keep duplicating these guys, keep getting more honeycomb in the bee nests. I keep expanding this thing, and the hope is to basically expand it all the way around this room. That's a bone meal farm in there, by the way, why I've got this, and these as well for leaves. So something I actually picked up that's the bottom of my enchanting room, by the way, sticking through the roof. I need to sort this room out. It's not like fully decorated or done yet. But something I actually do in hardcore Minecraft, instead of using like traditional ways to get bone meal, something I thought outside the box on the first day is actually to make shears and just mainly dig away leaves, which actually rather fastly, along with like sugarcane and just recently found out cactus as well also goes into bone meal things, which is rather nifty. And I don't know if that's been added recently, because I'm pretty sure I tried a couple updates to I'm pretty sure I tried a couple updates ago to actually go ahead and put pretty sure I tried a couple of updates there to try and put cactus in a composter, but it didn't go in for some reason. They've now, I don't know if it's obviously been added in or not, but it now does work, which is really, really nice and sweet to see. That shouldn't be in there. That's food. I don't know why that's there. This is where the bone meal goes, but I have just been storing stuff in there because I don't have chests, which is something I need to sort out. Tell you what, I'm going to make a chest now, and then I can give you guys a little bit of a tour. If we just go back over this way real quickly. No, look, we can make another one of these. I won't make one right now, but yeah. If we just pop a chest down just there, we can actually in fact just go and chuck everything that we don't currently need on us in here. I'll give that on me because it is food though. Yes, so tell you what, I'll give you a little tour. The thing is, I don't know whose base is, not everyone's, or whose base is currently. I've only been to the mainland a couple of times. See, my base is basically off on its own separate island, like a couple 100 blocks away from the mainland, but it's only like 12 blocks by the nether. Because obviously 1 block in nether is 8 blocks in the overworld, so it's a very short distance to actually get back to the mainland. But the person who invited me on, I'm pretty sure I found their base. I found Solar's base, obviously, in the very first episode, being the massive obsidian tower, Solar SMP. He's also the admin and the owner of the server. Yeah, I've been to M's base, which is Emeralda, who is another person from TikTok as well, who actually gifted me my very first diamonds, which I used to make this axe right here, which I then enchanted in my trading hall a couple of days ago, actually, as well. So yeah, actually all of this has only recently been enchanted as well, so we're not like massively in the future, but we have definitely made progress, which is really good to see. If we just chuck we'll keep that on us, because we might grab some stuff while we're out. And basically what I'm doing is just letting the grass spread to all of this, because I need to make this whole space grass and just fill this in. So yeah, the bee farm is a work in progress. Bone meal farm is kind of done. And tell you what, we'll take it from the back downwards. So obviously out the back here, we've got our trees, we've got our spruce trees, we've got our oak trees. That amalgamation used to be covered in leaves. I've mined it all the way with my trusty hoe, which is why I've got an amount of saplings along here. This is where I've been growing beehives with that technique I mentioned earlier. A little bamboo farm back here. Basically, I took a little bit, chopped it down, put it down, chopped it down, put it down, chopped it down, put it down, over and over again. Just manually farming bamboo over and over. And I've been using it for fuel and a way to get sticks instead of constantly using wood, which I generally just use for building now. And this is also just good for like tools or anything other than building, and also building itself as well, because obviously bamboo can be turned into actual wood blocks now as well. And they do look pretty cool in jungle settings, as well as a couple other bits, maybe even science labs. A couple of spruce trees growing here, obviously got the path back here. The wheat farm, which is still expanding, kind of just sits around the back of here, so do the carrots, which only sit on these top 2 planes. We've of course got our cherry blossoms, which grow very frequently and very fast, and they drop a lot of saplings, whether you mine them or let them drop naturally. Now these are the original couple boxes where I put my wood, just so I can actually build this thing, which isn't currently finished. I need to add some windows around the back here and actually add the windmill piece on top as well. But we're going to do that once we do the villages, because basically the idea is to get all the farms and everything done, all the villages done, then put that windmill in, fill in the inside with all decoration and stuff. And basically that will be the halfway point where I can start adding automation and everything to this place. start adding like decor and everything. Basically do all of this stuff. That's the point where I can kind of go, okay, everything for this part is done, and now we can go ahead and of course just finish everything off and then move on to the next bit, being the barn and the farm's automation. Obviously we've got Horsey here as well. So my controller is disconnected because my batteries are run out, which means I'm going to have to play by hand. Which is going to be a bit annoying because the controls are going to show up on the screen. So I'm very sorry for that, but it's the best I can do currently because I haven't got a charger on me. So I just hold it all. That's not great. Yeah, so I just hold it like this. It's going to be a bit disorienting because I haven't played like this in a while. This isn't so comfy anymore. Just let me. That's a bit better. Right, there we go. Okay, yeah, so... yeah. Horsey, yeah, so I got this diamond armor from a dungeon that I found in the Deep Slate Cave. There's also another dungeon down there spawning string. And I'm going to make a hostile mob farm out of that at some point to effectively create a string farm for trading with fishermen and a couple other peeps. Obviously can't switch to third person as easily now, so I won't be doing that as much with this controller. So yeah, as I said, these top two planes are where I keep my carrots. This is just to keep mobs out. I'm going to get rid of this eventually, it needs to go. And then my portal is actually just up in this window up here. It's part of the house. All of this isn't obviously decorated yet, just haven't really... Again, it's one of those things just... It needs to be ticked off at the end, and then that's the signification that I can go and do other stuff. Now this wheat field here, this is all staying here, but around like every 2 weeks I'll basically go ahead and mine this away, and then all the seeds I'll replant in all of this area here, and then do it again another 2 weeks, and then we basically just keep expanding and expanding and expanding all the way around everywhere, creating that sort of medieval fantasy field all the way across this landscape, all the way back towards the barn as well. Now the carrots here are actually a sustainable rate because carrots don't produce seeds, they produce themselves, which you have to replant. And that's the same with potatoes. But they're at this sort of sustainable rate where I can break them with Fortune 3 on a pickaxe or a hoe, get the maximum carrots you can, go back and place them, and basically whenever I mine them, all of them out and replace them, I essentially have double what was already there, which I can then go and trade with my farmers, which I've set up to trade carrots, which I can get for emeralds. Pretty damn nicely, because I have actually lowered their prices with a zombie villager. As you can see, just here as well, this is the sort of smaller melon pumpkin farm, but that island over there where the moon is rising, that right there, that is the melon pumpkin farm, but also where I have my village breeder. And then just under us here where I have this rail, we can actually pop down because it's not gonna like cause any issues with the darkness because everything's basically up. This is basically where the villages are. So obviously it's spawning at least 3 iron golems every now and then because we've got around 3 villages in here. This is around 36 villages currently. I've just got to fit another 1, 2, 3, 4 in. And there's some books you can't get from villages such as Swift Sneak. But basically all of these guys, like the Shadowcraft world, are all at their highest level. Basically every single enchanted book at its highest level. So if we go in here, if we go trade with this villager, for example, this book is Riptide 3, which is the highest Riptide you can get. And the ones I leave open are the ones I often will use most, such as efficiency or mending or unbreaking or anything like that. So if we go to the end here, it is actually possible to get efficiency 5, which is efficiency V from a villager. For some reason this one's extremely expensive, but that doesn't actually matter because obviously by the end of this, basically by the end of this area, my manual farming rates are going to be so high that I won't even need discounts from zombie villagers. This rail system is basically just how I get them in from the breeder, and we can actually head over there now, because I guess that's the next part of the tour. Actually, no, it isn't. So, oh yeah, I forgot something about the bee farm. If we head back over to the bee farm, there is actually something over in the area that I want to show you. Also got some drips into here that I bought from a wandering trader, which I'm going to use to farm water in cauldrons at some point, as well as powdered snow. If we head back down to the bee farm real quick. Also, I've done a bit of decoration here, so you can go and see where this is going with the fields and stuff. We pop in here. So what, we'll go into bed, and then we'll also pick up a bed to take with us, just around, so we can sleep whenever. And that's the other thing. People do just generally sleep on the server when it turns nighttime, unless someone's running a mob farm, in which case they don't. Yeah, we just let each other know in chat, and people are rather friendly. Sometimes it's a bit unhinged, but you know what? It's fine. So over here, I've also got more wheat, and this sugarcane farm is what fuels my librarians, and it's how I get emeralds from paper. It's also how I did my enchanting setup, which I forgot to. I'm doing a horrible job with this tour. I've basically got a river here, which is going to be turned into the place where that water wheel goes eventually. That actually leads down into something we'll go to a minute. If I pop back inside the house, I've got to show you interior. Now, it's not done, but I can actually show the enchanting room, which is just below in here. So obviously upstairs and down, but it's just like a walkway. Got my chests here, all my kind of stuff. A couple anvils there. Oh yeah, I forgot that broke. But basically down there you've got a enchanting table with all the bookcases you'll ever need. Crafting table under the door. Need to do a little trick I've always used. Nice and handy, so you know where it is. If we pop back down here, not worried about my health. We've also got cocoa beans here, which are grabbed from the jungle. They can only be placed on jungle logs, so that's another little handy trick for you. Cactus farm over there, which obviously fuse bone meal. Potatoes up here, which we'll farm when we do the wheat. And again, it's just one of those things I need to grow, place, expand, grow, place, expand, grow, place, expand. Something I should mention about the villagers as well before we get on to like this place here. With the villagers, you don't instantly get that highest book. Basically, it's just hours and hours and hours on end of breaking, placing, checking, breaking, placing, checking, bracing, placing, checking over and over and over till you've got the right book. And sometimes you can get a lower price, so I always do it for the second one. But yeah, this is my furnace up. These smokers are only recently been added. But basically, I've been smelting kelp to make into kelp blocks, which is more efficient than using coal, which is why I've actually got a mini kelp farm out here, which I mine every now and then. This is also where I'm currently storing all my stone and stuff, as well as a couple iron bits, a couple farmy bits, as well as all my riches. This is basically everything that I own so far. I went on a little mining mission recently as well, which I think I posted on Instagram. But yeah, this is essentially everything so far. We've got our books there as well. A little anvil down here as well as an array of not super smelters. You need to build one of them eventually, but I'll do that when we get onto automation. Blast furnaces and normal furnaces for ores and food and sort of charcoal and here and there. We pop over here. Oh yeah, this all heralds about, I think like 15 stacks of, no, it's like 20 stacks of sugarcane at once. So it is plenty to make paper to trade with villagers, but also it'll be plenty of paper to additionally go ahead and obviously make fireworks when we get an elytra. And the end is hopefully something we can do next stream as well, because it'll be a month passing. I'll hopefully have a lot done, do another little tour, and then we can go fight the Ender Dragon. Well, that's the hope for anyway. But yeah, this is the melon pumpkin farm that we might be working on today. I might come off and just go to sleepies, but we could stay on here for a bit. And as you can see, this just spans the whole end of the island and back. The idea is to make this all flat down to sea level and basically just expand across the island, get rid of all the trees and everything like that. And again, this is just growing stuff, or no, placing stuff, letting it grow, or waiting for it to grow with no bone, because I didn't have a bone meal farm at this point. Placing stuff, waiting for it to grow, mining it, hoeing the ground, placing it over and over and over again, until we got to that point. I just need to get my hand out, otherwise we can't leave this up. And this is the villager kind of breeding zone, where I've got my neutral villagers, couple of dimwits, basically where I've got all the beds for the original stuff. But yeah, basically just a bunch of farmers here, which is where I trade in for like carrots and potatoes and things like that, because I haven't currently got farmers over down at the other villager base there. But this is also where I trade in my melons and pumpkins for emeralds, which the trades don't need to be lowered for, because again, I'm at kind of a point now with melons and pumpkins where essentially I don't even need the prices lowered because I've got so many. But that kind of wraps up the tour. Actually, I guess this is the rail that I used to get them down in minecarts and to the trading hall just here. But apart from that, that is kind of the tour done in terms of stuff that we've done so far. So I hope that was fun, a little helpful. But yeah, we're basically just going to go ahead and do just a bunch of terraforming now, and can't actually see what the time is because my things run out. So tell you what, we'll do this until our shovel shows red, and then we'll cut stream there. But apart from that, how are you guys doing? How are you lot doing, hey? Actually, one thing I will mention, I'm going to be kind of upgrading streaming at some point in the near future. Streamlabs didn't really work out for me, but they've got another plan. Kind of start of February, end of January, we're going to be kind of upping performance and format and all of that. So it should be really fun. It should be, looking a lot nicer as well. Basically, we're going to do like layout and themes and stuff, but not on the Streamlabs. I'm actually going to hopefully make my own custom ones, which would be absolutely awesome, because I'm going to have them like themed to games that I'm playing, or streams that I'm doing, or stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be amazing. Also, it's not showing on stream now because I don't have an overlay on, but I have actually got a little goal for both me and you guys as well. I'd like to possibly get to 50 followers by the end of May. Would be pretty damn awesome. Because you get notified when I stream and stuff, but also it's just a massive validation and appreciation and support, and it's absolute great motivation for me to keep going and doing this stuff. It shows you like the stuff. And to be honest, I know it's not comments like on YouTube, which obviously you can leave on YouTube because it's linked here. But just in chat, what can I do better? Just ask me questions and I'll try to answer them best I can. Obviously, ask me stuff within reason. Basically, don't be a dick. But yeah, if there's something you'd want me to do or a game that you'd want me to play, then let me know, because I have that option now. I'm doing something called Branch, which is a sort of personal project so that I don't get burnt out on Minecraft because of the SMP and Shadowcraft and the amount of time that goes into it. Basically, I started back in December, but we're kind of going to be playing other games throughout the year. Every now and then doing a couple of IRL bits. But yeah, if there's any games that you want me to do, or any IRL sort of challenges, or vlogs or sort of IRL streams that you want me to do, just let me know and I'll try my best to sort of factor them in, because that would be absolutely amazing. TwitchCon is definitely going to be something that happens this year, and I also, now this could be a subscriber goal or a follower goal. I want to go skydiving at some point. If we can get to 50 followers by May this year, I will go skydiving in the summer holidays, which is around sort of June, July time. If we can get 50 followers, I will go skydiving. And that is a promise. I mean, YouTube, we hit 100 subs, so 200 subs recently. So, tell you what, YouTube 500 subs. No, that's a bit ambitious. So, what, YouTube 350 subs, Twitch 50 follows, and I'll go skydiving in summer. Like, shake hands, no crossed fingers, crossed legs, crossed toes, or anything. Genuinely, I will go do it. And I will make sure that this bit goes into the YouTube video as well. I'll make sure that this physically goes in, because that is a promise I'm willing to make. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I am horrifically afraid of heights. So it's probably not the best idea, but yeah, if you guys can get that goal, 100% I will go skydiving. It's not something like other people just that I will pass off. I will actually go ahead and do it. But the only way that's going to happen is obviously if you guys make it happen as well. So it's kind of up to you lot. It's kind of up to you. You want to see me skydive and stream it while I'm falling through the sky? Then yeah, 50 followers on Twitch and maybe 350 subs on YouTube would be absolutely amazing. However, we are going to have to end our stream just here, unfortunately, because the pick, I keep saying pick, I'm just so used to saying pick. No one nearly said something else there, dick. Oh, prick. Oh, rhyming is fun. But yes, if we head back up here. Yeah, something I keep forgetting to mention. I need to start mentioning this a lot more at the start of streams for anyone that's new here. I happen to be non-binary, and if anyone has a problem with that, then you can fuck right off, because we don't allow that kind of behaviour here. But yeah, best thing you can do is just support people in the LGBT community. But yeah, I'll see you soon. Hopefully you've had a little fun with me exploring the SMP world. I'll be back in about a month's time, and yes, again, 50 followers and 300 subs on YouTube, or tell you what, 50 followers on Twitch, and I will go skydiving. If I get 350 subs on YouTube, I will go skydiving. But even if I don't get the 350 subs on YouTube, I'll still go skydiving if I get the 50 followers on Twitch. How about that? So there's still a guarantee there. If I get 50 followers by the... If I get 50 followers on Twitch by the start of May, from now, I will go skydiving when I get back from TwitchCon in... Actually, I could go skydiving for my birthday, which is on the 20th. I could go on the 20th skydiving. So, 50 followers by the start of May, and I will, at some point in the May month, go skydiving. I will stream it, I will VOD it, and you guys will be able to watch me fall through the air at terminal velocity with a guy strapped to me, tandeming me, basically spooning me midair, and free falling towards the ground at speeds which I cannot even recall with my fear of heights trembling. But yeah, acrophobia I think it's called. But yeah, it should be awesomely fun. So I'll see you soon. I'm gonna go sit over here and just breathe in these fumes of smoked honey, which probably isn't the best idea, but I'll see you all soon. Have a good one, and I'll see you all later. I really can't do a third person. Tell you what, we can go like this real quickly if I pop into settings. I hate doing this because it is on mobile. Obviously I have my controller, but if it was charged, then I'd be able to do this a lot easier. If I go to vid real quick, I can pop into third person front. But yeah, it's been lovely seeing you all. I'll see you all later. And actually, before we go, I do just want to show you Realm Stories and actually all the other members as well. In case you want to go check their channel or Twitch out, which I believe a couple of them have. So it's Toasted, obviously, as well. But this is basically a screenshot I posted a couple weeks ago. All the enchantments, another person on the server. Loud Screams here. SOLAR SMP, as I mentioned, the admin on the server. Burger Bagman. If we actually go to members, we've got Toasted 1417, Burglord 99, Milo Fishes, Foxy Highland actually showed me their base in the very beginning, but I had to cut from the stream because of timing, and also because of the chatting back and forth via text. It just did not translate well into vid. The Yellow Gecko, who actually was the person who decided to rather kindly invite me onto the server via TikTok. So that was very, very nice of them. I believe I found their base because it is yellow. Burger Bagman as well as Luna Thompson, Angels, Amist, who's another admin / operator, Loud Scream, Good Nights, King Kian, Emelda, who again, someone else on TikTok who gave me the diamonds to make that diamond axe in the first place, as well as Totes. There is actually a couple other people in the Discord server as well, which we have, where we chat and just post memes and bits every now and then, talk about Marvel Rivals and bits like that, and sometimes chat on when we're on the SMP too, on the rare occasion there is other people on when I'm on here. But yeah, wonderful seeing you all. Have a good night, good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon. See you all soon, and good